So Tom Macdonald, Assistant Dean of the Woodbury School of Business. Thanks for joining us.
Great to be here.
Just really quick, what would you describe Fintech as?
Fintech is a combination of finance and technology in such a way that our local community will benefit from the students gaining that knowledge here. You probably know that well over 80% of our students are employed here in Utah 10 years after graduating. So
I'm one of them.
You're one of them, thank you. So what we see Fintech being is informing our students of the things they need to know to be successful in their finance and technology life here in Utah.
So what are some Fintech trends that the Woodbury School of Business is looking for or preparing for?
If you think of the world of finance or technology, not too many years ago, it was a spreadsheet and a pencil and a lot of paper. Those days have long since passed us. And so what we do at the Woodbury School of Business in support of the local community is educate our students in such a way that they can hit the ground running when they leave here, both with a finance background, a technology background, and an overall business background.
What behavioral or soft skills do you teach students here to prepare for a career in the Fintech world?
The ability to communicate is important in any field. So the ability, our students have to do projects where they present in front of a class, where they work with teams, and where they...
Developers who are typically introverted.
That certainly is a stereotype, right? That a developer might be introverted. Yeah. They aren't all, but yeah, that's the stereotype.
Generally speaking, yes.
So we try to train our students to be able to present with both factual knowledge and with the ability to articulate what they're trying to say. And also the other critical thing, many times when you're in school as a young child, you're don't share, don't cheat, keep your head down and only answer your questions. Right. In our classrooms, we try to get our students to work together as a team, much like they'll do in the real work field.
Right. In the process of teaching students here at UVU, do you employ Agile principles or the Scrum framework or anything like that?
Yeah, the old joke is if grandma needs help with her technology, she should ask a 10-year-old grandchild to help. Right. Our students come with a fair bit of that knowledge because they're of a different era. But yes, we teach those principles in the class. We hone their skills, and we professionalize it, because oftentimes they may know how to fix grandma's VCR if we go way back in time, or fix her digital equipment, but they may not know the science or the understanding behind that. We try to teach them more of the science and the background behind that.
Okay. Would you say that Utah is sufficiently prepared for growth of Fintech, to bring more business in?
I think that our students, both as they learn from this university and other great universities in the community, are certainly at the cutting edge. Are we ever prepared fully for anything in life? Yeah, there might be a part of that fake it till you make it, and you learn on the job, but we think our students leave here able to make a contribution to the employers that hire them and be able to bring fresh knowledge to them. Oftentimes, if you've been in a job 3 or 4 years, you might not know of the latest technology. Right. And we try to help our students leave here with that latest technology, but also needing experience to become a real attribute, a contributor to the company that hires them.
So you may have already said this, how many students graduate from the Woodbury School and stay in Utah working at Utah companies?
Over 80% of our student bodies is working in Utah 10 years after they graduate.
10 years. Okay.
So not just their first job or second job, but they're here 10 years later.
What specific jobs or roles do you train students for here?
Well, within the business school, we have various focuses. We're talking about Fintech primarily today. We also obviously have accounting and marketing and sales and general business management and international business. But the Fintech is a combination of both the finance and technology that we teach both at the undergraduate and an MBA. There's an MBA with a finance and technology emphasis. We have a general MBA, but students can what I'm looking for? But students can groom their classes to be more along the lines they have the most interest. So some might take more accounting classes, some might take more technology classes, some might take more finance class, but get a general business degree.
Well, is there anything else that you'd like to add that maybe I haven't even thought to ask you that?
Well, you're a pretty smart man because you're a UVU graduate, right? You should help. You should know almost everything. We're grateful to be a part of this community. Our sister universities that are in the area produce great students. We will take a student from kind of anywhere. We welcome students, come as you are, and we'll make you a little bit better. So students who maybe didn't have the highest GPA in high school or maybe didn't do as well on the ACT score, we give them a chance to come here and grow. They're joined by other students who did very well, and they quickly find that their study habits improved, their ability to reach out improved, their ability to become a contributing member of society is enhanced by their education and their experiences at Utah Valley University, and particularly in the Woodbury School of Business, where we think we hire some of the best faculty. We know we encourage some of the best students, and collectively we have a learning experience that we think rivals some of the best schools around.
Well, as I mentioned to you before, I'm an alumni here and a proud Wolverine, yes. But I do appreciate how it is that because I was a 24-year-old freshman with 2 kids I was raising on my own, and UVU was probably the only option for me, especially considering that I'd barely just gotten my GED. Well, not just barely gotten it. When I was 18, I'd barely scraped by with my GED. And had some kids and figured out I got to start trying a little harder. But UVU made it possible.
UVU is a place of first choice and second chances. So we have some of both.
Yes.
We have some of both, and we're grateful. You think of where your life would be today without the education you gained, and it's not a happy sight for most of us, really.
Right.
And so we're grateful that we were able to change your trajectory and the trajectory of other students as they come here and magnify their talents that they've been given.
Yeah. And I do appreciate it. Even the daycare center, they were really good about working with my income. I mean, the whole experience was really nice. So.
Great. I think one of the things we try to do is educate the total person, not just an accounting expert, not just a finance expert, not just a technology expert, not just an AI expert, but how you use all those skills together to offer businesses a solution to the problems they seek, and to be wise enough to be able to be leaders and not just managers.
So when you're training students in all these skills, who do you focus on as the end customer?
Well, clearly the student is who we're seeing right now. They're in our classroom, in our building, more hours than they might like, taking wonderful professors. But in the end, they need to be a useful tool to the local employers. So in a very real way, our employers are our customers. The local community is our customers, because we're producing a student who's got a skill set, an eagerness, and grit that they want to bring out. That's the product we're offering. But in the end, our customer may well be seen as the community that hires them, whether it's a local SaaS company, whether it's government, or some other business that will hire our students. That's really our customer. We're trying to place our students with those employers. If I understand what GOLDPoint does, they produce software that ultimately people purchase to make it easy for customers to use your product. So is your customer the person who's buying your software, or the customer will actually use your software? I would argue if the user isn't happy, your customer isn't going to buy it, and you're not going to be in business. Right. In a like manner, our users are the employers who hire our students. The product we produce are these wonderful students, and the people who are able to produce these wonderful students are wonderful faculty who are laser focused on educating. That's what we have at UVU. Teachers who are student focused, who want to make sure those students learn the skills they need to be successful in the community.